Reason for hydrogen and helium behave differently in Joule-Thomson expansion, where all other gases are observed to have cooling effect of gas. In this particular experiment where hydrogen and helium are taken at ordinary conditions of temperature, we see heating effect rather than cooling effect. The reason for this we'll see. If I am taking a system, in a system where adiabatic walls are placed, and you have been taken a compressed gas. This is the compressed gas. If I am taking the compressed gas inside, and the hydrogen or helium is taken in this particular one at a very high pressure, and this is considered to be something like a vacuum, which can be taken as low pressure region, Now if I am taking hydrogen and helium, we need to understand the hydrogen and the helium, they are small size molecules, move with a greater velocity, move with high speed or high velocities. So the interaction between the molecules, the attractions, we can say interaction means to say the attractive forces between the molecules are negligible or less, and we take van der Waals constant A is approximately taken as 0 for hydrogen and helium at ordinary conditions of temperature and pressure. This is where we know this small point A is eliminated from this particular concept. Attractive forces are completely taken, are negligible from this particular concept. Now a molecule, if you consider, if I am taking a molecule at this point, if a molecule is there at this point which is about to leave this particular container, and if it wants to go out, a molecule wants to move out of that particular one, it has been surrounded by the other molecules are showing an effect. All other molecules which are present behind are showing an influence of repulsive forces on that particular molecule. A net repulsive force is experienced on the molecule. What will happen? The molecule moves out of this particular one with a greater speed, comes out of here. This molecule which comes will be coming with a greater kinetic energy than expected, will come with a greater kinetic energy. Someone throwed you away from this particular container, they are throwing away the molecule from the container, and so the molecule can freely move through that particular hole and enters with velocity greater than its own velocity, so the kinetic energy increases. All the molecules come in such a way, enter into the low pressure region, will therefore acquire the average kinetic energy. Greater kinetic energy is expected because of the increase in the kinetic energy of the system of each molecule. This will reflect the increase in the temperature of the system as well, increases the temperature of the system as well, and thereby we can see the temperature increases. This causes the heating effect in the system. This causes the heating effect in the system where hydrogen and helium is present. If you are taking the gases where inversion temperature above the room temperature, hence at room temperature they are below their inversion temperature, shows the cooling effect by Joule-Thomson. When it comes to hydrogen and helium, the inversion temperature is very low. So at room temperature, if the experiment is carried out, it is exceeding the inversion temperature, so the heating effect is observed. These gases are cooled to below their respective inversion temperature, and then you carry out Joule-Thomson effect. We can even see cooling effect in the case of hydrogen and helium when we bring the gases to a temperature below the inversion temperature, and then we proceed with Joule-Thomson experiment. We can easily see cooling effect even in the case of hydrogen and helium. But here we can't see the cooling effect because they are having, the basic point over here is they are undergoing the effect of repulsive forces dominating than attractive forces.